Well, hello guys, welcome back. This isn't going to be a long video because I have a mystery on my hands. I have a mystery god and I don't know who he is. I'm just pretty sure it's not the Holy Spirit no matter what this god says. I'd worked with him for years and I don't know who he is, and he won't tell me. I only know that, like, if I feed him, like, there's actually an offering behind me now. I have to turn my back on him. He's not... In fact, I think you see it back there. I hope he's done. He dresses all in black. And he has long black hair and, like, these electric blue eyes. And this kind of, like, hawkish nose and sharp, angular features. I can't remember if he's ever worn a hat up until now, or that's a new thing. At first I thought he was imitating a character from a book I read back when I was doing the transition, but now I'm not sure. He seems tall, but he might actually be my height. There's, like, you try to concentrate on him and you can't. And I usually don't get that from a god. But he's always writing. I thought maybe it was a god of scribes or a god of writing, but he usually has a desk. And he will write. I think he writes with a quill pen. I'm not sure, but this time I think he had a regular pen. As I said, it's really hard to concentrate on him, and I think the desk might have been of carved stone? But again, it was wood. And he had books on his desk, only he didn't, and there was a globe, only there wasn't. And it was really, really hard to try to pin him down. It was really confusing. And he has something to do with darkness, or the night, or shadows. I can't give you any more than that. And his juxtaposition, I think light, because his eyes are such an amazing electric blue that they glow. I have no idea. I know it's not Hades. I know it's none of the gods I work with. I couldn't tell you. He kind of has that kind of slightly predatory vibe that a trickster god would have. But it's more like humans amuse him. Not in a bad way, but... I know I'm making him sound horrifying, but he's actually very comforting to be around. He's just a little not happy with me right now because we haven't worked in a long time. And I realized this was the being I'd been, before, as I was transitioning, had been referring to as the Holy Spirit. Because when you're raised Catholic, like, the Holy Spirit is this dove thing that doesn't do much. I don't know what he is. I don't know what he is. If he's the Holy Spirit, he's the Holy Spirit I won't want to meet in a dark alley anywhere. I do not remember. I do not remember that. Description, because, if you go into being esoteric, they'll say Sophia, and they'll say the Holy Spirit is female if that part of divinity takes on a, form. And I've asked Lokean, Loki's like, he's your problem now, that's who he is. And none of the gods will identify this god. They're like, no, if a god doesn't want identified, they don't want identified, so... This is very odd, and he said it was to break the illusion, to break this feeling of this divine and imitating and elegant being. He wanted pizza of all things. And I'm like, that doesn't even suit you, it doesn't go to your nature. And he was like, he didn't care, he wanted it, and he wanted it now. I don't know what he is. I don't know. I know he's here, and I know he's mine. I know he's not going anywhere. So if you guys can help, I've been looking up Toth, however you pronounce it. I've seen 5 pronunciations. I thought I had worked with him before, but then I'm like, I don't know, like, what I'm remembering anymore, and what my mind's just making up at this point. So yeah, mystery god. Mystery god. I think he's vastly amused. I get the idea maybe connected to magic, maybe not. I don't know. It just feels wrong to say Holy Spirit, because he does not have that church vibe of dove or whatever. Jesus certainly knows him, which only adds to the confusion, because I'm like, Jesus kind of like generally likes to appear dressed in white or something, like a light color. And this guy dresses in jet black, and sometimes it's hard for you to tell if he's wearing like robes that look like feathers, because he does have like his like bird-like quality. Like his clothes will seem like they're feathers, but they're not. It'll just be fabric. But you'll get this crow or some kind of dark bird idea out of him, because he does have this bird-like quality to him, but like maybe like an imaginary mythical bird. And I don't think it's Odin, because Odin wouldn't fool around. And I said, I know you're not Odin. And he just kind of looked at me and tilted his head. You know the way a bird tilts its head, like a crow or something? So I don't know. So if you have any ideas, let me know below, because I get the idea he's not going to identify himself. Sometimes the gods do that with me. They won't identify themselves until I figured out who they are. And I'm going to go back to watching Toph video now, and it doesn't seem right for him. At first I thought maybe came from like kind of pantheon Jesus would have came from, but I don't know what pantheon he's from. I think he's his own pantheon. I'm not sure. He's welcome, but I would like to at least know who he is. You know, that makes it easier to work with a god. It just feels awkward to me to work with them and not know who it is. So, if you guys have any ideas, let me know below, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.